Splinter Cell Conviction has been in the works for a very long time, and with good reason. Conviction completely reinvents not only the series, but the stealth genre. Stealth is no longer about moving slowly and watching AI walk back and forth. Conviction makes stealth about speed and turns Sam into one of the most badass killers in gaming. The story picks up following the events of Double Agent, which you probably didn't finish. Don't worry, you're brought up to speed very quickly. Sam's daughter was murdered, and Sam bailed out of Third Echelon, the government agency he used to work for. Turns out, everything Sam thought he knew was wrong. Oh, and there's an impending terrorist attack on the US. Sam's gone rogue and is on his own, and he sure is pissed off. Conviction sets itself apart from its predecessors with its pacing. The action is quick and intense, and you constantly are pushing forward. There are no in-game load screens so long as you stay alive, and whenever a new level loads, you're pulled into a cutscene advancing the story. Rather than a cumbersome HUD or an annoying arrow pointing you to your next objective, Conviction uses a cool new piece of tech. Projected text points out important details and guides you forward. At times it even shows flashbacks so you can continue playing or learn a bit more of the backstory. Along with a short 5-hour single-player campaign, there's a co-op campaign featuring completely new levels. Plus, there's Deniable Ops, which features a terrorist hunt mode that will eat up some late nights. Oh, it's so damn addictive. In Conviction, Sam is a hunter. He isn't avoiding enemies, he's stalking them. Rather than mess with light and sound meters, things have been simplified. When Sam's in the shadows, the color bleeds out of the screen. When in the open, the color comes back. This way, it's easy to know when you're hidden and when you're out in the open. Developers of the world, pay attention. This is how you do cover. Conviction has the best cover system I've ever used. You never get stuck into or get locked against any kind of cover. And moving from cover to cover, shadow to shadow, is fast and easy and fun. Few things are as satisfying as sneaking behind someone and taking them down in the shadows.
It's not too shabby.
Should you be spotted, it's easy to make your escape. Rush back into the dark, dive out a window, or toss an EMP grenade to stun your pursuers. When Sam disappears, a white silhouette of his last known position appears. This is where enemies believe you're at. That's your opportunity to flank them and take them down. The biggest gameplay change from past Splinter Cells is the addition of Mark and Execute. You can tag enemies and then, when they're out in the open, hit the execute button for an instant and gratifying string of kills. Don't call this a win button. You have to earn your executions with hand-to-hand takedowns. Only by being stealthy and taking down enemies by surprise can you earn a badass execution. This is incredibly fun. I've never played a Splinter Cell game twice before, but I'm on my third playthrough of Conviction and I can't get enough. Now there are some problems that do hinder Conviction. Often you'll have execution moves where you shoot through walls or other objects to get your kills. It just looks kinda bad. And the brutal interrogations are little more than slow-moving interactive cutscenes, though you do get to stab a dude with an American flag. And there is one level that just seems totally out of place. You play through a flashback in Iraq where there's no stealth and some of the gameplay elements have been removed. It was a poor choice to include. Perhaps the biggest drawback is that Sam Fisher's story is short. Really short. If you only care about this main mode, you might be a bit disappointed. But there's a lot more content here than you might realize. The co-op story adds another few hours, and the various Deniable Ops missions, which can be played solo or with a friend, can easily boost your playing time to 15 to 20 hours.
Watch it!
Splinter Cell Conviction is a completely new type of stealth experience. It's nothing like the previous Splinter Cell games, which is a good thing. Adapt or die. Well, Splinter Cell adapted and it's a whole lot of fun. The single player and co-op campaigns can be beaten in a single weekend, but there's a ton of reasons to come back. This is easily the most replayable game in the series. Anyone who likes killing terrorists should pick this one up. For the full written review, head on over to IGN.com.